Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. So we're going to continue reading Unreported. Domestic abuse is unreported crime because no one talks about it, so it keeps growing. Starting with page 54. So we take the garage door test again and find out if you are in an abusive relationship. You should never be afraid when your partner comes home. Get out of the abusive relationship and take care of yourself. No one should get away with abusing any other living being, let alone another person. Please say no to abuse. You can teach your children by example. Love and take care of yourself so your children can learn to love and be loved. More questions to ask yourself. Is he hard to please? The answer is yes if he's controlling, bossy, always complaining, acting superior, and always putting you down. If you are doing anything to make him happy and have lost yourself in the process, you are in a bad relationship. If you're feeling as if you are twisted inside into a pretzel just to please him and are not happy, you are in an abusive relationship. You will never please him. You will not be able to find happiness for yourself. He will get bored and tired, and one day he will make you feel worse by cheating on you. If he does not think you can make him happy, no matter how much you try, you never will. No matter how good you are, you will never be good enough. So instead of wasting your whole life in trying to please him, take care of yourself and be happy. Is he a pathological liar? Once a liar, always a liar. If he is a liar by nature, lying comes to him easily. If he lies, he is telling you that he can lie. He will lie. Truth is not as important to him as is winning. As long as he can get his way, he won't mind bending the rules and embellishing the facts. He will always turn the tables on you and make you feel bad, even when he is in the wrong. Like any other habit, lying gets worse and becomes addictive with time and practice. Soon he will lie about bigger things and get away with them. If lying doesn't work, he will bully you in order to keep you quiet and scared. It is some sort of a high for him. You continue hurting and hoping that one day he will see your pain and stop, but he won't. I say again, you have to know you deserve better. Until you believe that and do something to make your life better, you will keep taking the abuse. You will take it until you can't take it anymore and have to get out. Signs of a liar. Very early on, Liza saw the signs of a pathological liar in her husband. Like most victims, she chose to overlook them. Lying came easily to him. His own friends warned her to disregard half of his stories. She chose to take that as a joke and laughed over it. But very soon she found out that her husband lied many times. He had even lied about his own mother's profession. To Liza's surprise, she found out that her mother-in-law was a school teacher, not a college professor, as her husband had told her. She felt terrible for her mother-in-law, whose own son was ashamed of her position. Liza asked her husband why he didn't feel proud of his mother and her job. She actually asked him if he had ever thought about how badly his mom would feel if she knew he was lying about her being a school teacher. He did not answer. This should have been a red flag. She did not know that this was the start of a bigger problem she would have to face for the rest of her marriage life. She did not know that her new husband, who lied about his own mother, was never going to be happy or impressed with her or her children's accomplishments. Nothing she did was ever going to be good enough for him. In the end, she could no longer accept him putting down her children for almost anything they did. She did not want to live like that and did not want to see her sons, who were now young men, growing up in an environment in which their self-esteem was always crushed. She knew she had to leave if she wanted her sons to grow up to be independent thinkers and free men. So one day, after a horrible, violent episode, she walked out of the marriage of 23 years. Is he a cheater? Abby's job was not her dream, but she loved that she did. Her husband had a business that he ran out of her home. About 1 year into the marriage, Abby suspected he was lying and having an affair with his young assistant. Anytime she questioned him, he would put her in a difficult position. He would make her feel guilty by asking her to quit her job and replace his assistant. He knew the art of turning things around every time she questioned his infidelity. Year 2 of the marriage was equally difficult for her. She suspected an affair again. But then in year 3, things got a little better when she quit her job and started working with him. A few years later into the marriage, they had their first child. The cheating began again. Though she didn't have any proof yet, she had that uncomfortable feeling. She knew in her gut that he was being unfaithful. Whenever she questioned him, he would make her feel bad for not trusting him. He also blamed her for paying too much attention to the baby and not enough to him. Sounds familiar? He threatened her by telling her that he could find other women who would be willing to please him if she was too busy. He knew just how to shut her down. Okay, so we'll stop here and then we'll have some more questions tomorrow. Have a good day. I hope some of these words were helpful.